Men, and I use the term ever so loosely. Another day on this Sportster project, and this is a 74, so it's, AMF quality. If you look over here, you'll notice the backbone tube has been flattened to meet up with this strap, okay? And if you look at it, this side of the flattened area is a little below the strap. This side is up even with the strap, which would lead me to believe that Harley prefabricated a round tube, fit all the parts into a jig and didn't have it fit correctly. And it's twisted. It's twisted a little bit to the right. So my problem gets to be this. I told you I want to cut a slot down the middle of this to insert a gusset, okay? So I got to find the center of this tube, and that is actually kind of problematic. One of the things I thought I might try doing was to stick a bolt through the gas tank mounting hole and measure off of it to find the center. But let me show you another view, and I'll show you what I see. Okay, you're behind the bike looking up the frame. And we'll assume this is level and where it's supposed to be. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, who knows. But look at this bolt. Comparing this bolt to this strap, you'll see the bolt is angled off like this. So that means for the entire existence of this motorcycle, the gas tank has been sitting a little crooked on the backbone. What the The gas tank is on crooked. So apparently when they prefabbed this top tube, they drilled the holes in it, welded the brackets on, all the other bullshit, and then managed to bolt it into the frame a little cockamamie. There's just no accounting for the things Harley does. So anyway, it's still my problem. I got to find the center of this tube, and I'm not going to be able to measure off of this bolt because the bolt hole is cockamamie to the tube. I wonder if, when this bike was new, suppose you were the guy buying it new, and you looked up the ass on a motorcycle and you looked at it and you says, well, by God, that gas tank is on there crooked. What, if anything, would the Harley dealer have done to straighten this out, to give you a straight, a straight backbone? Anyway, I got to figure out how to find the middle of this, and we're going to cut that slot down the middle of this thing and put my gusset in. I'll be back after I cogitated a bit and figure out how to do that. So here's what I came up with to find the center of this tube. And I make a lot of assumptions, which is generally a bad idea, but, what are you going to do? So I put a adjustable square on this strap, and it is 9 1/8 inches from the outside of one to the outside of the other, which means the middle is 4 1/16. So if I take a framing square and put it on 4 9/16, this is the middle. So anyway, that's what I'm going to use. And just by coincidence, when I started this project, I center punched a mark right here, just eyeballing it. And I thought, well, that could be off. And it is almost exactly dead nuts on the eyeball. So, failing any measurement, you could always eyeball shit, and sometimes you get pretty close. So now I gotta mark that somehow. Okay, well, there's a line under there. And now I gotta cut a 3/16 inch slot right down the middle of that line. So that's the next phase of this project. All right, I center punched each end of my line, and I'm going to drill a hole through it to mark the beginning and the end. go, this hole aligns with those two drilled and tapped holes on the bottom where the battery ground strap usually hooks up. This hole, I'm going to go down and out the other side. And what I'm counting on is the curve of the tube to kind of center the drill bit up. And now I'm going to go in with a 3/16 drill bit because that's how wide the slot needs to be. All right, I've marked with the Sharpie the slot I'm going to cut. So I got to cut a slot in the top and then turn it over and cut the same slot on the bottom. I'm going to take it outside and cut it off with a thin cutoff wheel and my Makita. And this is sort of like, you know, taking an axe to something that should be cut with the scalpel. But the cutoff wheel and Makita is what I got. So we're going to give that a try. I'm not going to show you that on camera because all the sparks and the chaff flying off of the grinding wheel will fuck up the expensive camera. So you don't get to see that. I'll show you when I'm done. All right, so here's my slot cut in the top of the frame. Going to flip it over, lay out the bottom, and cut the same slot. It looks like I'm going to have to dress it up a little bit. It doesn't look quite wide enough back here, but for the most part, this went pretty well. Very happy with this. If it requires a little filing or grinding or whatever, that's not unexpected, but this went pretty well. So we'll flip the frame over, do the one on the bottom, and I'll show you that when it's done. Got a slot cut right down the middle of the backbone of the frame. And I know there are some of you who are thinking, what the stupid shit has this guy done? He's entirely ruined it. Well, maybe, maybe not. Okay, this is the plan stand. For those of you who think I'm totally f***ed up, got my CAD software out, and I've designed a part. The part is designed to go in from the back of the frame like this, slide up into the slot, like this. Whoops. Okay, the part is designed that this flat part back here is going to be welded onto the gusset before the gusset's welded into the frame, because it's going to be a lot easier to get down in here to do these welds. On the current Harley design, load is transferred from the backbone to the strap into the down tubes. This area in here is the area I do believe that is prone to cracking. This little device over here is going to transfer the load from the down tube into this plate that's going to be welded on back here, which is going to be welded in the tubes. So it provides a redundancy of low pass for everything in this juncture. Instead of the frame to the strap to the tubes, now some of the load is distributed from the backbone to the gusset to the plate to the tubes. It's going to be welded all up and down on both sides, so you've got a lot more area of weldment. It's going to stiffen up this area in here that was all goobered up from guy hacking on it and sawing through it and everything else. So I think I'm restoring the integrity of the backbone tube and probably doubling, maybe not quite doubling, the strength of the attachment between the backbone tube, the strap, and the upright tubes. And yeah, I think I'm going to be happy with that. After I'm done welding, I might smoothen this transition a little bit over here, but I think that's going to work. The piece of steel that I'm going to use for this, I ordered it and it just got here like 3 or 4 minutes ago, so yeah, maybe I'll get around to cutting this out and actually welding it up today. The slot is not quite perfect. I may have to go in there and make it a little wider, a little smoother, but I think this is going to work just fine. And, you know, the whole purpose of doing this the way I did it, with the oil tank and the fender and moving the battery box back here instead of in here, was to open up this area around the engine. So I didn't want to, this is as big of a gusset as I would want to make. I wouldn't want it any bigger than this. But I think I think this is going to work out just fine. I think it's going to look pretty good, and it achieves my goals anyway. So that's the plan. Like it or not, it's my bike. That's what I'm doing. And as long as I got my CAD software out, I told you I was going to make a part and fill this in and weld it up. So I think this is going to work just fine. Made a little outline on the back side. And we'll refine it just a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't really get much easier than that. I'll cut it out of a piece of, I don't know, 16 gauge, tack it, and then kind of hammer it in place, and I think this is going to work just fine. Maybe a little more refining. Up in there. That's probably close enough. But yeah, replaces you know, $3,000 computer and a $1,000 hunk of software. All right, it's getting a little late today, so I'm wrapping up this video and I'm wrapping up my workout here. I've been grinding and nibbling and chiseling and fidgeting on this thing pretty much all day. You'll notice the finished shape in through here is a little narrower, than the template, and that's by design. The template was cut out to be flush with the outside edges of the frame tube. The finished part I want a little smaller than the diameter of the frame tube, so that I could get decent penetration from the tubes to the to this piece of stock. So let's see how it fits. This part is supposed to go in from the back here, and remember, when it's done, there's going to be a plate welded on the back, but it's designed to slip in, get pushed up into the slot, and let's see. That's pretty much it. That's where it's going to go. That's how it's going to fit, and get you a better angle. That's going to be the final installed position. Very happy with that. I think it achieves everything I want to achieve. And phase 2 of this operation is I got to fabricate the steel plate that's going to go back here. It's going to get welded to that bar I just put in the middle, and get welded to these down tubes. So compared to what I did today, this should be a piece of cake. I could probably finish it up today, but yeah, it's getting late. I don't like to weld late in the day when I'm getting a little a little tired and a little fatigued. But yeah, coming along nicely. But for tonight, this video is over, and I am out of here. Catch the next video, and hopefully I'll get this fabricated, welded on, and weld this gusset into place. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Men, if you like this channel and this content, the single most important thing you could do to help grow this channel is to hit the subscribe button. I also have new design coffee cups and stickers available. You know, I like the old coffee cups, but I like these new ones even more. Links are included in the description down below. And for those of you who really want to go the extra mile, you could join me on Patreon. Link is also included in the description down below. And to all of you who have watched these videos, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye.